financial modeling lesson. In this extract, we will create a stacked column chart showing the trend of revenues and their breakdown in each of the years under consideration. In the sheet Column Stacked Chart, we will have a table with items linked to the P&L sheet we created earlier. These are the various categories of revenue Generico has: net sales, other revenues, and recharges. An additional element we have here is the gross margin percentage for 3 years. Very often, it is interesting to combine the analysis of revenue development with that of margins, as there is a direct connection between the two. Let's select the table and go to Insert. Choose Column among various chart types and select Stacked Column. Okay, see how different this chart is from the one on the right? We'll modify it step by step in order to obtain the same chart. First of all, we have to invert rows and columns, as we want to observe the development of revenues per each year. Then, let's do some formatting. I prefer to have my charts in Arial. My favorite font size is 8. Don't worry, it isn't too small. Okay, let's do another right-click, but this time select Format Chart Area. Here, I'd like to remove the fill of the chart and its borderline. Click No for both. Let's adjust the size of the chart a bit, as we want to have a quarter-page chart. This is an approximation, of course. Let's change the colors of the chart a little bit. Usually, I prefer changing the default colors of Excel charts. In some cases, this is done with the colors of the company we are analyzing in mind, or with colors corresponding to a particular product. It really depends on the situation. However, one thing we can agree on is that default Excel colors are not great. All right, I'll assign the following colors to each of the time series. See how by left-clicking on just one of them, the whole time series is selected, and this makes it easier for corrections and modifications. Net sales will be in dark blue. Other revenues will be in a lighter blue. For recharges, we can have a distinctive color. Now, let's make the columns of our chart a bit bigger. In order to do this, I'll right-click on one of the columns and select Format Data Series. Once I am in the Format Data Series menu, I'll reduce the size of the gap width from 150% to 50%. Okay, what still needs to be done? We have to deal with the gross margin percentage, which is represented as a line in the chart on the right. That's why I'll select the data series of the gross margin percentage and select again the Format Data Series menu. Once we are inside the menu, we have to click on Secondary Access. This will add a secondary access to our chart, but does not fix the fact that we would like to see this parameter as a line. In order to do that, I'll right-click on the time series and select Change Series Chart Type, where we can choose Line Chart. An additional detail will be to smooth the line, representing gross margin percentage. This can be done by selecting the line, right-clicking on it, and picking the Format Data Series menu, where we can find the Line Style menu, in which we can click on Smoothed Line. Let's opt for positioning the labels on the right-hand side of the chart. The last detail that we're missing is to add data labels to the value of our chart, which is easily done by right-clicking on a series and selecting Add Data Labels. The default labels are in black, but probably the better option is to have them in white and in bold. Now the two charts are the same. You can see how many manipulations are necessary in order to render a chart professional and good-looking. I promise you that the extra effort is worth it, because respecting many of these little details shows a lot about your precision and dedication.